Hey, Brown Beauties. Welcome to Well Honestly, the podcast, sponsored by Brown Women Wellness. I'm Andretta, a functional nutrition wellness coach.
And I'm Akila. We are your mother-daughter hosts, bringing two different generations together weekly to educate you on all things related to health, nutrition, financial, and mental wellness during these changing times.
Once we know what choices we have, we can do better because we know the struggle to stay healthy is real.
We invite you to come as you are, but leave inspired to become your best healthy self. So let's get started.
Hey, everybody, we're back.
Hey. We are back in this thing. How are you, Andrea?
I am happy.
I like that.
See, every time I tell you I'm happy, I actually got that from a client of mine. Every time I would call him on the phone, he would say his name and then you say, and I am happy.
That's so awkward to me.
Oh, well.
Like, it's a way to go about that.
You speak it in existence. Speak it in existence.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say, hey, this is Akila and I am happy. Like, that's
no,
weird.
he don't really say it like that. You know, you say, how you doing? He'll say,
if you ask me how I'm doing.
No, it's after how you doing.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like he just goes straight into the I am happy.
No.
Weirdo.
And if you're listening, Mr. Jefferson, we love you.
Oh, my gosh, Mr. Jefferson.
He does listen to our podcast.
Oh, then never mind, Mr. Jefferson. She had to put some context to that. You got me calling this man weird and all that.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Jefferson.
For real. So what are we going to talk about today? You know what? Today's episode is coming straight from the Facebook group.
Okay.
And if you're not a member of the Brown Women Wellness Facebook group, go there. And something's happening with Facebook. I don't know what's happening. They're deleting some of our people in, and then they're adding people back to keep us at a certain number. I don't know.
Why would Facebook
we're
do
not,
that?
We're not the only ones I heard this is happening to. I haven't had a chance to look into it to see why this is going on. But still go there and go to Brown Women Wellness Facebook group and ask to be a member. I want to see, we're still taking members. We're a pretty large group, but some of the things we talk about in there, we always discuss it in these podcasts. So one of them is, and this was a real popular post, is natural home remedies that for problems that we encounter every day. There are things in our kitchen that can fix all the stuff that we need, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be very, very surprised at some of the home remedies that can do better than any store-bought products you got.
Mm-hmm.
They do far better. I discovered one, and this one, I don't even think I put this one in here. I discovered one the other day. I have a problem with ants. And when it gets really warm, they come for those outside carpenter ants. They find their way into my house.
Those big black ants.
Oh, I
hate them.
can't stand them. And I'll see them and they'll be just hanging around. So I went in to find a remedy for them. And believe it or not, it was peppermint oil.
I've heard that before.
So
actually.
I took some peppermint essential oil, put it in a bottle, a spray bottle with some water, and sprayed it around the areas where I see the ants coming in at. Do you know I have not seen an ant yet?
Yeah.
Peppermint. Who knew?
Peppermint oil.
I am so happy.
Yep.
Because that way I don't have to put down any of that poisonous stuff for ants.
Yeah.
So anyway, when we come back, we're going to talk about a few other home remedies that will make your mouth drop. You'd be surprised. Okay? We'll be right back. Brown Women Wellness mission is to empower brown women and their families through education and products to help improve their family health and wellness through a lifestyle of easy and actionable steps. I'm Andretta Robinson, functional nutrition wellness coach. In 2008, I was diagnosed with an early stage of cancer. My doctor wanted to remove my womb as a cure, but I was determined there had to be another way. After lots of research, I found a curable alternative, forcing my doctor to treat it without any surgery. And in 2018, I was visiting my aunt in Atlanta after having lost my mother to heart disease and saw her health was in distress with high blood pressure and all things related. A visit to the health food store to formulate herbal teas, which is now called Brown Women Wellness Anti-Inflammation Tea, and a diet and lifestyle change turned my aunt's health around. I knew I had found my calling. We bring you healthy lifestyle information through our Brown Women Wellness website, our Brown Women Wellness Facebook group, emails, Instagram, and other social media websites, and our Well Honestly podcast. Find us. You'll be glad you did.
All right, so let's get into these home remedies that you can do with some ingredients and products and things that you have at home. The first one that we're going to talk about, and this is right on time. It's summertime coming up. ladies, and even you men, because I'm sick of seeing men with this too.
Baby.
To me, it's just as unattractive on a man as it is a woman.
I agree. Hello, husband.
Listen, some of the worst feet I've ever seen in my life. But let's get into it. Cracked heels. Now listen, right? We're not talking about, because if you walk barefoot, your feet, especially your heels, gonna have a tendency to dry and get kind of scaly, right? This is why they advocate not to like walk barefoot, so that doesn't happen. But over time, if you keep doing that, you keep in and out of socks and all this other kind of stuff, your skin is going to become dry. And as it becomes drier and drier and drier, just getting in the shower and doing all that and putting a little bit of water on your feet, a lot of water, is not gonna cover it. It's not gonna cut it, because the heel, it starts to cake up. And it starts to sit there. So this is why when you go to get a pedicure and they get the going on your feet and you seeing all that old nasty white dry dead skin, because that's all that it is. It's caked up dead skin that's sitting on your heels. Okay.
And let me just tell you, the older you get, the more dead skin you see.
And it ain't cute.
I mean, the older people, oh my God.
Let me tell you something.
I see them out with them flip-flops on, maybe standing in line, and the back of their heels is all white. And it's just not a good look.
And it pains me when I see younger people in my age bracket, the 35, 40, even the 20-year-olds with these old nasty back of the heels. Like, you too young for all of that now. So outside of your own pedicures that you would go and get at the shop, or whatever the case may be, you can actually, the best thing to do is, on top of getting pedicures, is to do your own home remedy to remedy that, because it's going to always keep coming back, because as long as you're alive, your skin is going to turn over, which means it's going to be dead skin that has to be removed. So
it's one real simple trick.
Very simple.
It's real simple.
All you need, right?
Is some Apple. Let's say it together.
No. No. You need apple cider vinegar.
She don't cooperate.
No.
When I be trying to make it fun, y'all, she don't cooperate.
Listen, because this is serious business I'm talking about, because I'm tired of seeing it now. Get yourself some apple cider vinegar, okay? You get that. You get some warm water. And then what you're going to do is put like your oil of choice. You can put like olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, whatever. Just don't put no vegetable oil or nothing like that, okay? Let's keep it cute.
Did you have to tell them?
Yeah, because, people, I got vegetable oil. Don't do that.
It's not vegetables in vegetable oil, by the way.
No, olive oil probably really good, because olive oil has a tendency to have a little bit more slicker. It's a more slicker oil, and it absorbs a little bit faster. So you're gonna soak your feet in the apple cider vinegar and the oil and the warm water for about 10 to 15 minutes, longer if you have a worst case scenario. Okay, let that bad boy soak. You don't need a whole bunch of fizzies. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. Just put the water in there and put your feet in there. Once it's nice and soft from that 10 to 15 minutes, you're gonna take a pumice and you're gonna gently scrub your feet. All that dead skin should just start to fall off, right? And then from there, I want you to apply a nice coating of some type of moisturizing cream, or some people put Vaseline. Now, I'm not a Vaseline girl.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But
not Vaseline.
I'm the advocate. I don't care. If it's Vaseline, if it's cocoa butter, shea butter, whatever.
Can we give them a recipe for a homemade cream?
We will. But listen, whatever. The whole point is, put a moisturizer on top of using a thick sock. Some type of good cotton sock. And you're going to sleep in that overnight. And then the next day, thank us later.
Well, it's easy to make a homemade foot cream, too.
So let's talk about that.
All you need is some shea butter. Hello.
You need shea butter and coconut oil.
Some coconut oil, and throw a few drops of your favorite essential oil in there. And you put it in a little. So if you put the coconut oil and the shea butter in a little saucepan and simmer it on real low heat, once it's melted, you remove from the heat, and then you stir in the essential oil, and then you just stir it in a glass jar.
Now, if you have fungus on your feet, right? Because it's easy to get, use some tea tree oil in your moisturizing foot cream, because tea tree oil is antifungal.
True.
So it'll help to take that already living fungus that you have. It'll help try to eat it out and take it out eventually. Now, it's not an overnight fix, but the thing about the feet, just like when you like break your foot, it takes so long to heal because it takes time, especially if it's been like, a thing for you over these years, men. And ladies who have men in their lives,
yes,
maybe make this a cute little gift. Do something, because I'm sick of seeing it.
All right, we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go right on into the next one before we're taking a break. So the next one is cleaning your oven. Ooh, baby. I know. I'm going to tell you something. Okay, so now they make self-cleaning ovens. Okay, you can use those. But I'm going to tell you, have you ever opened one of those after it's self-clean?
Ooh, those fumes.
Honey,
I feel like I'm about to pass out.
You know, whatever, you know it's toxic, okay?
It smells toxic.
And then you have those commercial oven cleaners, you know, the ones, what is it called, that you can spray on your, I forgot the name of it.
I forgot it too.
But it's in that yellow can. And all of those chemicals got lye and ether and petroleum and all of that. And they're just very toxic. In fact, they said that the poison centers answer 3.6 million calls a year.
Let me tell you something. Oh, I will never forget this. Quick story. One time growing up, I was cleaning. It was either the tub, it was something, right? And I just started mixing Comet. I mixed 409 ammonia. Yeah. 409. 409.
Lord have mercy. Bless her heart. Her mama didn't teach her nothing.
It was a whole. You the one. A whole bunch of different stuff because I was determined to get it clean and so. And then I added the part that almost took me out the game was bleach. Yeah. And let me tell you something. The poof that came up and the fumes, I literally almost passed out. And I was like, look at Brian over there laughing at me. But no.
That was a toxic combination.
I say that to say, though, a lot of y'all still be doing that for y'all ovens and for y'all bathrooms when it's like, you don't have to do that. Nope. Take it from me.
These chemicals can burn your skin.
Take you out the game.
They can blind you. The vapors irritate your lungs.
Burn your whole lung off.
I mean, the chemicals known can actually be capable of causing asthma.
You can actually kill yourself by doing that.
You can.
By passing out. And then if you're sitting there and you still inhaling that while you're passed out.
Let me tell you, I cleaned my oven about 2 weeks ago, and this is what I did. I took some baking soda, some vinegar, some apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. I had a little soap. I used that Castle soap, and I put a little essential oil to make it smell good and some water. And I put it in my oven. I let it sit in my oven for about 3 or 4 hours. I wasn't using the oven, so I just let it sit there. And let me tell you something.
Did you turn on the self-cleaner with this?
No. You don't even need the self-cleaner. This just sits there, and I let it sit there for about 4 hours. Then I took one of them little scrubbing pads and went in there, and little soft ones, and it came up so easy. It was amazing. My oven looked brand spanking new.
You know, we don't clean our ovens often. It's an overlooked cleaning thing, but it should be. You know, we get used to seeing the crud on the.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
I'm guilty. Yes, same. Brian, same.
You know, I'm a realtor too, so you know when we go in and we sell homes and we go and open up those ovens.
I don't open up nobody's oven.
We open up the ovens.
I don't do that.
You would be shocked at some of the stuff that we see.
This is why I don't do it. But yeah, that works.
You need to clean. So you get a little brush or get a brush thing and just leave it on. Some people, if you got a really dirty oven, let it stay on for 8 hours or overnight. And then after that, it'll just wipe completely off.
Sometimes, y'all, the quickest approach is the most natural approach. Truth be told. And, it works.
It works. And while we're talking about cleaning the ovens, you can also clean your body. I want to tell you a little something real fast. This is another one. It's called spirulina. So, you know, just like it's we get heavy metals in our body. So from those toxins and stuff that we breathe in, the toxins in the air, the toxins in our environment, those things become heavy metals in our body. If you ever want to clean your body out, take some spirulina. Spirulina is an edible blue-green algae, and it will help you and remove heavy metals from your nervous system and from your liver. So just don't take it too long. Spirulina is very powerful. You have to take it and then stop taking it for a little while, then maybe start taking it again. But spirulina will definitely clean your body out.
I also want to say with spirulina, and we just had this conversation, you take spirulina over time, even if you take it one time, don't get alarmed if when you go to use the restroom and you're doing the number 2, I don't know about y'all, this might be TMI, but we listen, we family here now, right?
To look at your poop.
I look at my poop all the time.
You should look at your poop.
It's almost a natural instinct. Like, poop. I look at everything.
Yeah, everybody's supposed to look at their poop.
But I say that to say, if it's super dark, You're not riding out from the inside. It's the spirulina. I just want to put that out there.
Because spirulina is extremely dark. It's a dark green algae.
It turns everything dark. Like your smoothie is going to go completely dark. That doesn't mean it tastes nasty. Actually, spirulina has no taste to me. It's just a dark substance.
So we're going to take a break and come back and do our what? Don't change the ingredient. No,
don't change the menu.
Just change the ingredient.
Don't even know our own saying. That's funny.
Right, we'll be back with our swap of the day. Brown Women Wellness mission is to empower brown women and their families through education and products to help improve their family health and wellness through a lifestyle of easy and actionable steps. I'm Andretta Robinson, functional nutrition wellness coach. In 2008, I was diagnosed with an early stage of cancer. My doctor wanted to remove my womb as a cure, but I was determined there had to be another way. After lots of research, I found a curable alternative, forcing my doctor to treat it without any surgery. And in 2018, I was visiting my aunt in Atlanta after having lost my mother to heart disease and saw her health was in distress with high blood pressure and all things related. A visit to the health food store to formulate herbal teas, which is now called Brown Women Wellness Anti-Inflammation Tea, and a diet and lifestyle change turned my aunt's health around. I knew I had found my calling. We bring you healthy lifestyle information through our Brown Women Wellness website, our Brown Women Wellness Facebook group, emails, Instagram, and other social media websites, and our Well Honestly podcast. Find us. You'll be glad you did. This one is a doozy because this is the one that most people tell you to cut it out, and you really can't cut it out.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. It's not easy, but
let's not make it seem like it's so easy.
What we're gonna do is give you a swap for it, but it's sugar. Because everybody loves sugar, right? I mean, sugar is the fuel of our body. We crave it. And telling somebody to eliminate all sweets from their diet is just crazy. So
yeah, I mean, it's not realistic. It's not real life. But the thing about it is that you can be mindful. One of the ways that I try to be mindful of sugar is when I'm at home, because I know that I can control my type of my sugar content. So I use, let's get into the swap.
Well, first we want to talk about why sugar is bad. It's the processed sugar.
I feel like everybody kind of should know this by now.
It's the processed sugar. We've talked about this in other episodes and refined sugars and all of that. And we don't have to go into all of them, but
a couple of things. You can create, it can weaken the immune system over time. Actually, sugar will make you more tired than it will give you energy. It'll give you that fake boost of energy. And then if you notice, you start to crash. And that's because of the spike. What is that, Mom?
Glucose.
Your glucose spikes up and then it goes right back down. It actually goes further down, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You can also run the risk of getting fatty liver disease if you are ingesting too much like high fructose corn syrup. And just in processed foods and all that over time. And your liver is your detox center, so you need that. So we don't want to stress that too much. Sugar feeds cancer, unfortunately, and also causes premature aging. So those are just some of the things that sugar can do to your body over time. So in order to combat that, and we're talking about that raw, white, like all the stupid sugar.
Yeah.
All the stupid sugar. So to remedy that, you might want to start to lean towards honey.
Yes.
Maple syrup.
Brian, can you find a picture of honey?
Monk fruit.
Yeah.
These type of things.
Yeah, because Winnie the Pooh loved honey. That's a favorite. So that's like, and honey is natural. It's the bees.
It is.
Come on. I mean.
And we're talking wild honey.
Well.
Raw honey.
Raw honey.
I like wild. You don't like wild?
Wild, raw honey, same thing. I think it's all the same thing.
All of it. As long as it's not like because did you know like the bear honey is processed honey as well?
Oh yeah, I know
processed sugar.
You mean the one with the little bear?
When it comes in the bear.
Yeah.
Those sugars you want to stay. I mean, those honeys you want to stay away from too.
Oh yeah.
It should say wild and or raw on the bottle.
Because raw honey is anti-inflammatory, believe it or not.
Also, y'all, Manuka honey.
Yeah, that's
now
the best
Manuka.
one.
We talked about this in the past.
We have.
But Manuka honey, I'm gonna bring it back and remind y'all: if you see it and you can afford it, get it.
It's
for a couple of reasons. It can be. And it'll give you like
but you don't need but a tiny
You don't need a
bit.
lot. Here's the thing. You're going to look at this jar and you're going to be like, this is Manuka honey.
For $26.
It's small for $20, $30.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Be not dismayed.
Yeah.
When you only use it you don't use Manuka honey like you would just like be popping like vitamins or something.
No.
I use it in my tea.
Yeah.
I'll use it as a face mask. I've actually used that on my face.
I use it to sweeten my oatmeal.
I use it to do stuff like that, but I
Yeah.
don't use it every rib. Like, it's medicinal.
Yeah.
Manuka honey is medicinal.
It sure is.
So you don't have to use it so often, and you don't need a lot of it.
Because it actually fights pathogens. It'll strengthen your immune system. It helps prevent cancer. It's brain food.
It's a really great honey.
Yeah,
and it
so-
tastes all right.
It's a really good honey. I mean, find it because honey in its raw form will support your immunity system. I mean, you'd be surprised how good honey is. Honey is everything.
Honey is excellent. This is why everybody's trying to save the bees.
Save the bees.
And then maple syrup, whether you get dark, grade A, grade B, doesn't really matter. Just get maple syrup because maple syrup has a low glycemic index, so it won't cause your glucose to spike. And then also you want to do monk fruit, and monk fruit is one of those fruits. It comes from the actual fruit of the monk fruit.
Yes.
And it's just processed down. But when it's processed down, it has a sweet consistency and taste to it, and it works to replace a lot of sugar.
Well, the thing is,
products.
again, and you can cook with these sugars, by the way. You'd be surprised. Of course, it's a learned thing. You got to play around with it a little bit and cook with it. I made some brownies the other day, and I replaced the sugar with honey. And it actually tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
So you'd be
and
surprised.
when we say sugar, powdered sugar, light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, molasses, turbinado sugar, corn syrup, coconut crystals, high fructose corn syrup, even sometimes, y'all, agave.
Yes.
Agave isn't all that it's cracked up to be.
It's processed.
Okay? Because if you're not getting true blue agave, it's still going to do the same thing.
This is why honey is so good to do, raw honey anyway, because we know where it comes from. It comes from the bee.
Yeah.
So
it comes from the bee. It's
not processed. And so you can get good. And they have local honey. You know, if you go into
the time.
If you go into your health food stores and you look down the shelf, you'll see coming from your local farmers. Those people are really handling bees and getting the honey from the bees.
I actually love getting those type of honey, and it always fascinates me because sometimes you'll see the honeycomb in there, and it looks all weird and crazy, and I'm like, oh, this is the real deal. Give me that.
Exactly.
So
All right, so that's our swap for today. And where do they find us, Keela?
Y'all know the drill. Please support us, spread the word about us so that everybody can find out how to take better care of themselves. Follow us on all social media at Brown Women Wellness or Well Honestly, the podcast. If there is any kind of topic you guys would like to hear us cover, email us at info@brownwomenwellness.com. Support this little engine that could wellness podcast, because we really, really, really want to encourage everybody to just take better steps in taking better care of themselves.
And we'll also include some of our suggestions in our show notes. So okay.
And join our email list because we are giving out a lot of bonuses, a lot of content, a lot of our favorite things, making it very easy for you all to get these products and get these remedies that we talk about.
All right. So we will see you next time.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Well Honestly, the podcast. If you want to know more about us and our products, check us out over on our website at brownwomenwellness.com. And remember, ladies, we are not doctors, and any information shared by us is not medical advice. Always follow your doctor's advice.
And don't forget to rate and review our podcast and let us know what you loved about this week's episode. And please subscribe to wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Feel free to email us and let us know what you would like to hear more of from us. Don't be afraid to say hi. We'll say hi right back to you.
Don't forget to find us across all social platforms at Brown Women Wellness. As always, show notes with links to what we talked about today in this week's episode will be in the description box below. Thanks for listening.